Can you imagine a crayon as big as a school bus? It's hard to believe a crayon nearly 17 feet long and tipping the scales at over 1,500 pounds. Something we scribble with that bad boy could be about the size of a small car. Crayons aren't just for coloring, they're fun. They turn blank pages into colorful adventures, making creativity easy and exciting for everyone. I bet you're wondering how a simple mix of wax and pigments has become a global industry that inspires creativity worldwide. Join me today and let's find out. Have you ever wondered if Leonardo da Vinci ever thought about doodling the Mona Lisa with a crayon? Just imagine that! Interestingly, Leonardo da Vinci tried out an early type of crayon in the late 15th century. It's not just kids who love these colorful sticks. Artists of all ages like the wide range of colors and the unique texture crayons add to their work. Grab a box of crayons and unlock a world where colors play and imagination soar. The crayon making begins with the arrival of raw materials, where everything starts with the delivery of paraffin wax, the essential building block for crafting each vibrant crayon. The wax is transported in specialized rail cars that keep it heated to a liquid state to avoid solidification, which is crucial for maintaining the quality and efficiency of the production process. Upon arrival at the crayon manufacturing plant, the liquid paraffin is transferred to large, heated silos that can hold thousands of gallons, ensuring a steady supply is available on demand for continuous production. These big silos are like giant warm coats for the wax, keeping it cozy at exactly 175 degrees Fahrenheit. This toasty temperature is just right for mixing the wax with colorful pigments later on. Keeping the wax warm and ready means we can start making crayons anytime, and it helps make sure every crayon turns out bright and beautiful just how we like them. Next, the wax is pumped from the silos to mixing kettles where the first step of crayon making occurs. Here, the molten wax is blended with finely ground color pigments, carefully selected and prepared to match the specific hues required for the crayon assortment. This mixture must be thoroughly combined to ensure that the color is evenly distributed throughout the wax, setting the foundation for the vibrant and uniform crayons that are a hallmark of quality brands. Keeping everything just right with the temperature and how things are set up shows us there's a lot of science and smart thinking behind making crayons. This careful watch over every detail shows us that even making crayons, which seem like simple tools for drawing, is actually a pretty big deal. Getting this part right is super important. It takes us to the fun part that comes next. And what's that? The mixing stage, where all those awesome colors start to come to life. Here, the previously stored paraffin wax is prepared for mixing. Heated to the perfect temperature to ensure it remains liquid, the wax is then pumped into mixing kettles. Inside these kettles, the molten wax is combined with high-quality color pigments. This part of making crayons is super important because how much color we add and how we mix it decides just how bright and fun the crayons will turn out. Special colors are used, some from nature and some made by scientists, to make sure every batch of crayons looks just right and super colorful. This way, every crayon works like a charm, whether you're drawing rainbows or superheroes. The process isn't just about adding color, it's also an art of precision and timing. The wax and pigment mixture must be thoroughly blended to ensure that no clumps of pigment remain. This uniform mixture is essential for the finished crayon's smooth texture and consistent color quality. Automation plays a significant role in this phase. Modern factories utilized advanced machinery and robotics to handle the materials and maintain stringent quality controls. This automation ensures that each batch of crayons meets the high standards expected from educational and artistic products. Once the wax and pigments are perfectly blended, the mixture is ready to be molded into the iconic crayon shape, a step that brings us closer to the crayons that fill classrooms and ignite creativity worldwide. This cool mix of science and smart design makes sure the crayons look fantastic with their bright colors and are safe for everyone. It's a neat blend of old ways and new tech, showing us just how awesome and useful crayons are for bringing out creativity. After mixing the wax and colors, the next step in making crayons is called molding. This step transforms the vibrant liquid mixture into the solid crayons we're all familiar with. The hot, colorful wax mixture is poured into large, preheated molds. These molds contain hundreds of crayon-shaped cavities precisely engineered to ensure that each crayon is uniform. The mixture's temperature is controlled carefully, typically heated to around 190 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure optimal flow into the molds without prematurely solidifying. Once the wax is in the molds, the cooling process begins. Cool water, typically around 55 degrees Fahrenheit, is circulated through tubes within the molds. This rapid cooling solidifies the wax, which takes 3 to 9 minutes depending on the specific setup. This quick transition from liquid to solid is essential for maintaining the crayon's shape and ensuring they don't warp or crack. Each mold can produce a large number of crayons at once, often 1,200 or more. After the crayons have cooled and solidified, they're ejected from the molds using hydraulic pressure. This part of the process used to be manual, with older equipment requiring operators to hand crank the crayons out of the molds. Modern methods are far more automated, with machines handling the precise movements needed to free the crayons without damaging them. As the crayons come out of the molds, they're inspected for quality. Any crayons that don't meet the standards, for example, those with broken tips or imperfections, are recycled. This involves melting them down to be remolded, ensuring that no wax is wasted. The efficiency and precision of this step is crucial for meeting the high demand for crayons, allowing manufacturers like Crayola to produce millions of crayons each day. This molding process not only shapes the crayons, but also sets the stage for the next step, the cooling phase of production. The liquid wax solidifies in this step. After being cast into the molds, the mixture needs to be cooled swiftly and evenly to ensure the crayons appropriately set without any flaws such as cracks or warping. This is achieved by circulating cold water through tubes intricately placed within the molds. The cold water, typically around 55 degrees Fahrenheit, extracts the heat from the wax, allowing the crayons to solidify within just a few minutes, usually between 3 to 9 minutes depending on the setup. This rapid cooling is not only essential for maintaining the shape of the crayons, but also for enabling high-speed production. Once the crayons have cooled and solidified, they're gently ejected from the molds using hydraulic pressure. This part of the process has seen advancements from earlier manual methods to the current automated systems, which handle the crayons delicately to prevent any damage. Moreover, the cooling process is carefully monitored to ensure that each crayon meets the stringent quality standards set by manufacturers. Any crayons that don't make the cut due to imperfections are recycled, melted down, and remolded, ensuring that no materials are wasted. This cooling stage is a perfect blend of science and technology, where precise temperature control meets high-speed manufacturing, making it possible to create millions of perfectly shaped crayons ready to spark creativity across the globe. This process not only underscores the technological sophistication behind such a seemingly simple object, but also highlights the care taken to ensure that every crayon can deliver a burst of colorful creativity to its user. If you're enjoying this process of crayon making, why not like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned and let's keep discovering together. After the crayons have been shaped in the molds and cooled to solidify, the next crucial step is trimming. This stage ensures that each crayon achieves a flawless, smooth finish, essential for aesthetics and functionality. Once the crayons cool and harden, they may have excess wax along the edges. This excess wax is remnants from the molding process, where the wax might overflow or create burrs around the crayon's body. To address this, a specialized scraping tool meticulously removes any superfluous wax from the edges of the molds. This scraper is precise, gently shearing off the excess without damaging the crayon itself. The action of trimming is not just about aesthetics, it's crucial for ensuring that the crayons can be wrapped uniformly. Any irregularities or excess wax could interfere with the labeling process, where paper wraps are tightly wound around the crayon's body. The trimming ensures each crayon is uniformly cylindrical, enabling seamless application of the iconic paper labels that specify the crayon's color and brand. This process of trimming highlights the blend of automation and meticulous quality control in crayon manufacturing, ensuring each crayon that reaches a consumer's hand is perfectly crafted. This attention to detail ensures that when a child or artist picks up a crayon, they have a tool that meets their creative needs without flaw, from a smoothly shaped body to consistent coloring. This trimming process exemplifies the craftsmanship behind a seemingly simple object and ensures that each crayon can deliver a consistent, satisfying coloring experience. The journey from liquid wax to the crayons we find in boxes is a testament to the sophisticated manufacturing processes that combine technology with a keen eye for quality. After the crayons are molded and trimmed, the next step is the inspection process, which ensures that each crayon meets the rigorous quality standards expected by both the manufacturers and the end users. This stage is about more than just checking for flaws. It guarantees that every crayon can deliver a perfect, colorful stroke to foster creativity in everyone, from young children to artists. In the inspection stage, each crayon undergoes a series of detailed checks. These include visual assessments where trained inspectors look for any physical defects such as misshapen forms, broken tips, or inconsistent coloring that could affect the crayon's performance. This meticulous examination ensures that only crayons that meet the specific criteria move forward to the next production phase. The process employs both tradition and modern technologies. For example, manual checks are supplemented by automated systems equipped with cameras and sensors that provide high-speed, precise inspections. These systems can quickly identify defects that might be missed by the human eye, making the process more efficient and reducing the likelihood of defective products reaching the market. Once crayons pass this inspection phase, they are deemed ready for the final steps of production, which include labeling and packaging. This rigorous inspection helps maintain quality and customer satisfaction and minimizes waste by catching errors before the products are shipped out. By ensuring each crayon is scrutinized for quality, the inspection process helps maintain the trust and satisfaction of customers, reaffirming the manufacturer's commitment to delivering superior and reliable products. This careful oversight is key to sustaining a brand's reputation and its promise of delivering products that enhance creative expression. After the inspection stage, the crayons finally reach the exciting labeling and packaging phase. This is where each crayon gets its identity and prepares to meet its creative partners, whether they're budding young artists or seasoned pros. The process begins with the labeling machine. Prior to labeling, rolls of labels which have been pre-printed with the brand name, crayon color, and any other necessary information are loaded into the labeling machine. These labels are usually made from durable paper that can withstand handling and tearing. The crayons are fed into the labeling machine using a conveyor system. This system aligns the crayons correctly to ensure that each label is applied uniformly. Then, a glue applicator applies a thin layer of non-toxic adhesive glue to the back of each label. The glue must be strong enough to hold the label in place, but safe enough to meet consumer product safety standards. Each crayon passes through a mechanism where the label is wrapped around it. Rollers or mechanical arms press the label against the crayon, smoothing out any bubbles and ensuring the label is tightly adhered without wrinkles. Once labeled, automated arms or suction systems pick up the crayons and place them into retail packaging, which could be boxes, plastic packs, or other types of containers. The layout inside the packaging is designed to display the crayons attractively and securely. The boxes are closed and sealed after the crayons are placed into their packages. This might involve tucking in flaps or applying adhesive tape. After that, the final products are checked for any external flaws, incorrect labeling, or packaging errors. This ensures that only products meeting the brand's quality standards are shipped to stores. Packaged crayons are then boxed into larger cartons, often grouped by product type or destination, and prepared for distribution. Barcodes and shipping labels are applied to these cartons to facilitate inventory management and distribution logistics. Crayons are for more than just kids. They're a simple way to get creative without an impossible-to-clean mess. Crayons are super cool because they don't smudge like markers or need sharpening like pencils, just pure, clean fun. Now that we've seen what makes crayons so great today, let's see their history and find out where they came from. Crayons have been around for a long time, mixing creativity with ease of use in every colorful line. The word crayon comes from the French term for chalk pencil and has been with us since the 16th century. But did you know that the idea of crayons goes way, way back? Even the ancient Greeks, Romans, and Egyptians made their own kind of crayons by melting beeswax with colorful pigments. They used these early crayons to add color to wood, canvas, or stone with a technique that helped the color stick around for a long time. Back in the 16th century in Europe, crayons started to get really interesting. At first, they were made of oil and charcoal, kinda like a messy barbecue. But then, in the early 19th century, things got a colorful twist. Instead of charcoal, they started using powdered pigments, making the crayons pop with more colors. The biggest change came around the mid-1870s when paraffin wax joined the party. This new ingredient was a game changer. It made the crayons much easier to grip and glide across the paper. Imagine drawing with a crayon that doesn't break easily and just slides smoothly as you create your masterpiece. This idea sparked a revolution, catapulting crayons into a booming industry. Many companies started competing to grab a share of the profitable art materials and school supplies market. By 1903, Crayola had scribbled its way to the top, claiming the crown in the crayon kingdom. The name Crayola was cleverly dreamed up by Alice Binney, the wife of a founder. She came up with the name Crayola by combining cray, which is French for chalk, with oleaginous, meaning oily, to perfectly describe their colorful new creation. This creative mashup did more than just name a crayon. It launched a brand that has brightened art boxes and school desks for over a century. And there you have it. From the initial arrival of raw materials to the meticulous inspection and final packaging steps. Each phase in this process marries the precision of modern technology with the artistry of traditional methods, ensuring that each crayon is perfectly crafted to spark creativity. I hope you enjoyed this video. What's your favorite crayon color and why? Drop your comments below and let's chat about it.